Welcome back, everyone. We've got an exciting day today because we are combining two different sets for the first time in this series. We got 5 cards from the base set and 5 cards from Intrigue, including a brand new one. We've got Minion. Probably one of the most complicated cards from Intrigue, so I can see why they left it until this late to bring it in. Every time you play it, you get an action, and then you have to make a choice. You can get 2 coins, and then that's it. 2 coins and an action. Or you can discard your hand, however much you've got left, be it 10 cards or none at all, and then you draw 4 more cards. If you discard and draw, everybody else who has 5 cards in their hand also has to discard their hand and draw 4 cards. So it's kind of a conditional attack, but it is always an attack card, whether you play it for the attack or not. So this time around, Diplomat is actually kind of useful. For one thing, if you play it, or you use its reaction, it reduces your hand to 4 cards. So that means the attack of Minion doesn't affect you anymore. Plus, you can then play it to get +2 cards, +2 actions, because you'll have 5 or fewer cards when you've finished drawing. So, we're probably going to get some use out of the reaction here. It's also just overall a great kingdom for having an action-dense deck. You've got Vassal, Festival for money, potentially Courtier, and you've got 3 different dual-type cards, Minion, Diplomat, and Nobles, so you might be able to get some money out of your Courtier. The downside is the only trashing we've got here is Sentry. So getting rid of the treasures is going to be kind of a chore. But I think it presents some interesting opportunities. There is also the possibility of just doing something with festivals and libraries, getting a lot of money and buys that way. But that depends a lot on very expensive cards. So, any thoughts before we jump into it?
I mean, you did bring up the festival library, which is a tie-in to a way I won before, where I just did every library in the deck and managed to buy my way to victory.
Yeah, that
That
was a
wasn't
game we played. That we were during the Renaissance preview week. You went with heavy libraries, and I went with hand size attacks. Library is a really good counter for that because you can throw away victory cards and get even more money. Plus, we didn't have any plus buys. Here we've got Pawn, we've got Courtier, and we've got Festival for plus buys.
yes,
So
and you just made me remember why library worked so well there was because it was a counter. This time it's not.
it can be. I mean, if you draw one with a minion, then you've only got 4 cards to start with, so you get to draw 4 more. But I think it's probably not going to be as good in this game as it was in that one.
No, probably not. So I think I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna do here.
Yeah, opening in kingdoms like this can be difficult. Do you want to start going for the actions, or do you want to start going for money?
That's tough because every time I choose one, it seems like I picked the wrong one. I'm like, oh, last time I didn't have enough money, so let's go with money. It's like, oh, no, I don't have enough action.
Yeah, it can be kind of tough to figure out how to buy early on when you've got a particular idea in mind for the deck composition at the end. Like here, eventually you're going to want more vassals than silvers, but at the start of the game, vassals not going to be as good because the cards you're discarding are not going to be actions, so I think I'm probably just going to go double silver here.
Huh. I think I'll also take money. Okay, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, so the downside is I got 4 coins again. The upside, I've seen 2 of my estates, so chances of me hitting 4 again are pretty small. The question is, do I want a diplomat at this point?
I don't think I've commented on this before. The background picture is lovely.
Yeah, I think you can set those. There's different choices.
Okay, I don't know if we have the same one then, but I really like this one I have with a crow. Or a raven. I can never tell them apart.
Yeah, I really don't want another silver. Let me get a pawn. Hate to do it. Oh, hey, look what happened.
I'm gonna take myself that noble.
Yep, I think it's about time to resign.
I'm kind of tempted for that diplomat because, like, previous games I've gotten destroyed by attacks.
Yeah, the attack in this one, its effectiveness kind of depends. You know, you're looking at having a diplomat and a bunch of other cards in your hand that you're really going to want.
Yeah.
And the diplomat will protect 2 or 3 of them. Definitely Noble's time.
Oh, it just lists all of them on the right.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you get to choose 2. Card coin is always interesting.
I will take that festival.
I'm gonna go action coin, because I've got my 5 finally.
Oh, nice. I didn't want to go with action because I didn't believe I'd be able to draw another action on that card, and I was correct.
Yeah, early on, card coin is not a bad choice. Let me go for a sentry. Start cleaning stuff up.
I think I will take that minion now.
Ooh, I got a pawn. Certainly worth a play. Question is, what do I want to do with it? Let's just go coin buy. I don't know that I necessarily want to buy 2 cards. Could go diplomat pawn. Now that you've got a minion, it's tempting, but I think I gotta go for the nobles.
Nobles are good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to take another noble.
Alright, it's definitely diplomat time.
Yeah, it was smart to get that diplomat. I was like, oh no, he's going to be able to counter. And then I was like, oh wait, I didn't want to attack anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I guess attacking me wouldn't have hurt too much that turn, because I only had a 4 coin hand.
Right.
And that's the downside, is you're knocking your opponent down to 4 cards, but you know, if they've got a garbage hand, you could be helping them.
Now I'm trying to remember math.
Well, you can get a 5 and a 2, or
Yeah,
a
5
4
and
and
2.
a 3.
Or 2 3s.
Mm-hmm. Alright, that's an interesting idea. Let's start with the sentry. And we'll get rid of both of those. And I think I'm just going to leave that alone and get another diplomat.
Fair. Uh-huh. I'm going to take another minion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, minion stack can be a very effective overall strategy.
I don't think I want like a ton of minions for this, but I definitely think I need a couple.
Yep.
Just so if I get a hand I'm not too happy with, I have that choice to discard.
Yep, my issue is I've still got too much garbage in my deck. Yeah, I think kind of the goal with minions is to play a bunch of them for money, reduce your hand size, and then throw away what little you've got left with the last minion, get 4 more cards, and start all over again. So lots of minions can be really good. I was kind of hoping you'd play a minion on me that turn.
I had it in my hand, but I thought, maybe I shouldn't.
Yep. Might be starting to get a little low on cash, but I think that's alright. It is minion time.
Sounds like I should start getting myself some diplomats.
Possibly. Depends on how much you think what I'm doing is going to hurt you.
Usually everything you do hurts me. In this game.
True. Let's go action coin. Trigger another diplomat.
I think the game I had the most chance with was our first one, but I didn't play the game at all in my life at that point.
Alright, we'll trash that. Leave that on top. Draw it. Now which one of these do I want to play? Certainly don't want to trash either one of them.
Yeah, I don't have curses this time that we can crash. Trash.
Yeah. No, I don't think I want to play either one of those. Let me just stick them back on top of my deck. Not play the vassal.
That's a fair amount of coin.
Yeah, it is. So I didn't really need to play the vassal. I wasn't going to get a buy out of it anyway. Let's get another nobles. They're really good.
They are.
Aha! Show my diplomat. And I'll get rid of some of those.
Okay, I wasn't really planning on doing the attack part of it.
Yep, but you played an attack card, so I still get to react, which is sweet.
Fair.
Yeah, plus you know that if you were to do the attack, it wouldn't affect me. You'd just be cycling some cards. That's the way it's done.
Yep. Whew. I'm actually going to pull myself the province. And I only have 2 coins left, which isn't really too much.
Seller or pawn.
You're right. Don't think I've taken any seller, but I'm not good at gauging discards. And the pawn is like really good.
It is good.
I think that was like my most action heavy hand ever.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Get rid of 2 coppers. And yes. Goodbye, estate. Let me go ahead and vassal and nobles for actions. How much money am I going to get this turn? Let me take the buy.
I don't know how much money you're going to make this turn. Probably a lot if you're going to take 2 buys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me get the cards. Hang on to the minion. Here's my deck.
There you go.
Yep, so what are we gonna do? I really need a festival, and another vassal will do me some good at this point. Yep. Dang, what do I not want? Yeah, let's get rid of one of those. So one downside, once you don't have any junk cards, having to throw stuff away to the diplomat is kind of a pain.
I was kind of hoping I would get enough for another noble. I think I'll actually take another minion. I wasn't initially planning on having a minion heavy deck, but now apparently I'm going for it.
Yep. Okay, let's get rid of you. Diplomat. Get that festival out there, and another diplomat. Get a couple of actions. Yeah, take the gamble on the vassal. Ah, there's a minion.
Oh.
I mean, you get to keep your best 4 cards out of 7. I'll take the coins. I've got buys now. Let's get a shuffle going. And sentry, please. No.
Oh no.
That's fine. I'll just draw them all. And get myself a little more money.
That's a lot of money and a lot of buys.
It is. I actually seriously got to think about this one. Definitely want a courtier. Another festival's an interesting idea, but I think I'd rather go minion and another vassal.
Okay, well I managed to make it to 8. I have 2 buys, but I'm going to go for the province.
Yeah, the
And
early lead
that's why
can
I
be
can
powerful.
take a Cooper.
All right, well, it's an interesting move, certainly.
Well, there's nothing here that
right.
really can make me lose victory points like we've had in the past. But I've kind of felt like I need to take the opportunity when I can.
Mm-hmm. Let me go. Actions. Courtier. And I guess I want the action. So I can draw. Hello. Let's see what we have on top. Hang on to the silver for right now. Honestly,
you got rid of a
probably
noble.
should have gotten rid of it.
You got rid of a noble?
No?
No? Oh, it just flashed on the discard pile.
Oh, okay. Oh, because it was...
it was a previous.
Yeah, it was discarded from the vassal. Let's see. Definitely a minion for coins. Do I take the risk on the vassal? Let's see if I can...
I mean, thus far, I don't think the vassal has done me much good.
Alright, we'll get the plus actions. Use the vassal. Plus actions again. Vassal. Only ended up with 2 buys.
You weren't even able to discard.
Yep, didn't have any cards left.
I was about to say, like, what happens if you run out and you don't have anything in your discard pile, and I guess just nothing?
Yep. Do I double province? I think I have to, just to keep the pressure up. This is probably a giant mistake. But if I let you get too many more provinces, then I fall behind. And I think I'm still good to buy nobles all I want. I think dud turns are going to be fairly infrequent, especially with moves like that available.
Oh, I did that in the wrong order. Whoops. Well, that was my flubber.
Yeah, I can say you could, well, yeah, I had to let you undo that one.
Not when if I mess up, I mess up. That's the point of these action and buy things, is to choose the right order.
Quite true. Let's go for action and money. Get my plus actions. Nice. We won't trash any of those quite yet. I'm going to hang on to them. We go coin buy, minion for money, minion for discard. Get my actions up with a diplomat and draw some cards. Once again, the question is, can I draw through this shuffle? I think I can. Well, I certainly can. Actions, cards, and I'll discard this province. Well, only once, sadly. I don't think there's much of a threat of you getting 2 provinces and something else.
Oh, no, definitely not. Especially not after that attack. I maybe could have done something good on the...
But I'm still just going to go province nobles and pick up a... yeah, pawn I think is going to be better than seller. Kinda sad I have to get by with only one festival. I think what I've got is working out for the moment.
Didn't even get anything out of that. Let's see. I kind of wish I could have gotten another noble. Think I'll take that festival.
Mm-hmm. Yep, festival is a good match for diplomat. Okay, good. Get rid of that silver. Another diplomat. And another vassal. Yes, chain vassals. Nobles. I'll take it. Actions.
What happens if your cards get all the way across the screen?
I think it just kind of stacks them up, like squishes them together.
I'll
let you keep your hand for the moment, and I'll discard a nobles, just so that it's still out there.
And then I discard it anyway.
Let me go buy in coins and draw some cards. And draw some cards again. This is getting close. There's some stuff. Let's not trash any of those. We'll get rid of that. Card action. Card action. And I think that's all the money my deck is capable of generating.
That's a fair amount of money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can take 2 provinces now.
Yeah, I think at this point you've kind of solidified your lead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Minion's strangely not as dominant as I thought it was going to be. Hey, you got me.
Hey!
Yeah, I had to throw away a sentry and 2 nobles to get a pawn and 2 nobles. Slightly less good.
Take that noble now.
Yeah, see, I think the coppers are bad for you.
They might be. Yeah, they probably are, actually.
That's what I was looking for. Fish my wish. I don't want to trash the province, but I will discard it.
No, trash it.
I'm gonna get rid of the nobles.
Ooh. Could you do another one?
Well, I can, but it's not going to discard your hand again unless I were to play something that makes you draw.
Right.
What's interesting is you could do a minion and then, say, play a council room, make your opponent draw a card, and then you could minion them again. Let's just keep chaining those vassals. Yeah, I could use a diplomat.
Apparently I should have grabbed more diplomats. But you
Yeah.
live and learn.
Yeah. Well, at this point, I think it's irrelevant because I have the game in hand, but
Yeah.
we'll go for buy coins.
I mean, you now can just win.
Yep. Well, this is more fun. Okay, it's over. Let me trash a silver. Let me discard a nobles. Couple of estates.
Good job.
Thank you.
I think I did better that time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then the music's so loud.
Yeah, that's the one problem. The victory music doesn't seem to have a volume switch.
But no, that was actually a pretty interesting game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the minions really don't like to have a lot of junk in the deck.
And they're interesting because it's an attack, but it's more for your own, like, personal drawing benefit.
Well, you could almost say the same thing about torture.
Maybe I was just on the end of torture. For some reason, like, being on the end of minion this time didn't feel so bad.
Yeah, well, the idea with torture is you want to play a lot of them in every turn and really put the hurt on the opponents. Because
Right.
minion doesn't stack, playing more than one of them in a turn doesn't really affect things all that much. The real key is get rid of as much junk as you can. As you notice, I got rid of every copper I had.
Yeah.
And really probably should have gotten rid of those silvers a bit sooner. I could have trashed one with a sentry.
Yeah, I had 9 coppers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just because you got to buy... Copper usually isn't a good addition to the deck unless there's something specific you want to do with it. There will be cards in some of the later expansions that actually work well with coppers. A couple where you want to have a lot of coppers in your deck, and you just deal with the fact that sometimes you're going to draw a hand of 4 coppers and a victory card and not be able to do anything.
I actually had more of a problem of just getting silvers. I only had 3 of them. That's weird.
Well, not a problem, because you've got Festival, Vassal, and Minion that all generate 2 coins. So, like I said, in the end game, Vassal is vastly superior to a silver, because you're still getting the coins, plus you get to play whatever action is next in your deck.
Right.
Sentry's really good for lining up Vassal with an action that you want to play. Courtier is worth 3 coins if you've got a card in your hands that's got 2 types, which there are plenty of here.
Yeah, there was a lot of those.
Yeah, and just about everything you've got really supports getting rid of every treasure you've got to the maximum extent possible, and just playing a bunch of actions every turn. Like, I don't think I had a dud turn until right at the end, and even the dud was worth a province and 2 estates.
Yeah, there's definitely still a skill gap between us, but I think I had a lot more fun with this match.
Mm-hmm.
Minus my 1 turn where I really flubbed it. But that happens.
Yeah. And even that, you can usually overcome. I also think you probably went for the provinces a bit too early, because you didn't have enough stuff in your deck to draw past them.
Right. Yeah.
Even when I bought provinces, I think that might have been a little too early, but it worked out.
It'd definitely be interesting. I should go watch a game of people that are 2 people that are really good.
Adam Horton 01.
Okay.
He's got a whole series of Dominion videos. I highly recommend them. They're really good stuff.
I'll try to remember that.
All right. And thanks to everyone who watched. Catch y'all next time.